They call us the blue collar, the thin line between order and the chaos that's always waiting to break through. Most nights it's routine, the drunks, the noise, the lies. But every so often, the line moves. And when it does, you'd better pray we're the ones standing on your side of it.
Dawn came up over Los Feliz, and the storm drain off Griffith Park breathed rot. Utility workers waited with their palms on their belts like men holding back bad news. LAPD officers Larry Ambrose and Stanley Chavez ducked the tape, steam from their coffees torn thin by the breeze. The grate was clogged by a roll of floral vinyl. Floral once, now a sallow map of faded butterflies. Ambrose knelt. The stink rose first, sweet, wrong, human. "Dump job?" Chavez said. Ambrose stared at the butterflies. "No. A message." They hauled the bundle to the curb. When the duct tape and plastic peeled, the bones resembled old reeds. A metal butterfly attached to a chain, rusting, had been taped on like a signature. Ambrose said, "Somebody wanted this scene."
Ambrose and Chavez start digging. The bartender from El Cielo Azul cracks first. He admits the men who dragged Carmen away weren't locals. They were connected to the Guerrero cartel, running women north through Baja safe houses. The detectives trace Carmen's disappearance to a seaside warehouse, where boats ferry cargo to San Felipe before the girls vanish entirely. DEA intel confirms the route, Ensenada to Mexicali, then across the border under false passports. As Ambrose and Chavez press deeper, they're followed, phones tapped, tires slashed. At midnight, a local contact warns them, "You're hunting ghosts." In Ensenada, the ghosts hunt back. The detectives partner with Mexican federal police in a tense joint operation, one likely compromised from within. Using Carmen's phone GPS ping, they raid a beach compound at dawn. Gunfire erupts. Inside a padlocked trailer, they find 5 women, barely alive, but not Carmen. A bloodstained scarf with her initials lies on a bunk. Chavez, "She was here." Ambrose, "Then we're not done." Ambrose pushes for more cooperation. The local Ensenada captain insists the case is closed. Manny's death ruled a suicide. Carmen's disappearance, domestic dispute. Back in Los Angeles, Captain Master receives a sealed diplomatic cable. Investigation terminated. Case closed. But Ambrose and Chavez know better. They drive to the Pacific Coast Highway overlook, the sun bleeding red into the horizon. Ambrose, "The border didn't stop the killers." Chavez, "Then neither should it stop us." The two detectives vow to return, to bring Carmen home and expose the network behind her disappearance. The story isn't over. Night, Ensenada, Baja California. Moonlight glints off the Pacific as waves crash against the rocks below the cliffside bar El Cielo Azul. Inside, music thunders over laughter and clinking glasses. Manny Machado, 24, a Los Angeles resident with easy charm and a weekend swagger, raises his beer toward his brother Alex and their girlfriends Carmen and Letty. It's supposed to be a celebration, a break from LA and its grinding reality. But the night curdles fast. A local man, thick-necked, gold chain tattoo of a scorpion curling up his wrist, slides too close to Carmen, his words slick with tequila and menace. Manny stands, jaw tightening. "Back off, amigo," Manny warns. The man smirks. "Your girl's too pretty to waste on a tourist." The first punch lands before the music even stops. Chairs crash. A bottle shatters. The brawl spills across the bar floor. Within minutes, flashing red lights flood the dusty street. ACT-1. The arrest police storm in, batons swinging. Manny's thrown to the ground, cuffed and dragged out. Alex tries to intervene but catches a blow to the ribs. Letty screams as she's shoved to the pavement. Amid the chaos, two men in dark jackets, not police, seize Carmen by the arms and drag her through a side door leading into the alley. Her cry is swallowed by the night. Hours later, Manny sits in a dank Ensenada jail cell, bruised and bloody. Alex and Letty arrive, demanding to see him. The desk sergeant tells them coldly, "Your brother hanged himself." "Suicide." Alex's voice cracks. "That's impossible. Let me see him." When Carmen asks to use the restroom, she slips away down the corridor. A half-open door reveals a horror. Manny's body crumpled and cold, his face swollen, knuckles split. Not a hanging, a beating. Carmen gasps, runs back and whispers to Alex, "He didn't hang himself. They killed him." The investigation news of Manny Machado's death reaches Los Angeles. Because Machado is a U.S. citizen, LAPD detectives Larry Ambrose and Stanley Chavez are assigned to retrieve the body and coordinate with Mexican authorities. Captain Master's orders are terse: bring our citizen home and find out what really happened. Ambrose, the seasoned investigator, knows the border's a foggy line where justice vanishes. Chavez, fluent in Spanish and sharp-eyed, prepares for trouble. They drive south along Highway 1, through fog and desert scrub, until the Pacific gleams again. At the Ensenada police station, the two detectives meet only resistance. Paperwork missing. Cause of death vague. No CCTV. No bar witnesses willing to talk. The officers' smiles are tight, their eyes too calm. But Ambrose spots something odd. A logo on a cruiser parked behind the station, matching reports from DEA about a cartel-run trafficking ring, using Ensenada's nightlife to recruit and abduct tourists. This wasn't a bar fight, Chavez mutters. This was a pickup. She was marked. They call us the blue collar, the thin line between order and the chaos that's always waiting to break through. Most nights it's routine, the drunks, the noise, the lies. But every so often, the line moves. And when it does, you'd better pray we're the ones standing on your side of it.
Frank Bauer, president of the Long Beach Harbor Commission, is determined to stop local and international drug trafficking through the port of Long Beach. Miguel Guzman is the leader of the West Side Locos drug gang and is determined to end Bauer's career as a Port of Long Beach crime fighter. During a meeting of Long Beach Port Commissioners, President Frank Bauer, while presiding over a board meeting, he receives a text from his wife marked urgent. "Our granddaughter's been kidnapped from the Long Beach Aquarium. Hurry!" Bauer excuses himself from the board meeting, jumps in his car, and heads out to meet his wife at the Long Beach Aquarium. As he exits the Long Beach freeway, off shoreline, he's T-boned and is trapped in his car waiting for help. Detectives Larry Ambrose and Stanley Chavez investigate.
They call us the blue collar, the thin line between order and the chaos that's always waiting to break through. Most nights it's routine, the drunks, the noise, the lies. But every so often, the line moves. And when it does, you'd better pray we're the ones standing on your side of it.
Sweet Jill's. Police are investigating the robbery at a Long Beach bakery. At least 6 people broke into Sweet Jill's last Saturday in Belmont Shore. Surveillance video showed what looks to be teens taking several swings before shattering the front glass door and entering. The would-be thieves left behind thousands of dollars worth of damage. The young thieves are linked to other robberies in the area. Officers Ambrose and Chavez investigate.
They call us the blue collar, the thin line between order and the chaos that's always waiting to break through. Most nights it's routine, the drunks, the noise, the lies. But every so often, the line moves. And when it does, you'd better pray we're the ones standing on your side of it.
The West Side Slasher. A young woman walks home from a late bar visit with friends and is followed and attacked by a homeless man. Her walk home is recorded on FaceTime by her sister. She tries guiding her sis back to her downtown Long Beach condo. Officers Ambrose and Chavez investigate.
They call us the blue collar, the thin line between order and the chaos that's always waiting to break through. Most nights it's routine, the drunks, the noise, the lies. But every so often, the line moves. And when it does, you'd better pray we're the ones standing on your side of it.
A body has been found in the LA River. Scott Reif is live in Air 7 HD with more. Scott, what's the latest?
Well, Leslie, earlier this morning we heard the call go out. City Fire responded. That's a 7th Street bridge right over the LA River. They set up and they looked and they didn't find the body. We were able to see it. Unfortunately, it's very disturbing. We're not going to show you. It's very visual. But it's the body of a man about 700 feet south of the 7th Street Bridge in the LA River. Now, the water's not moving all that fast, so it's unclear exactly what happened to this man. City Fire's trying to get to the body right now. LAPD is going to respond as well. I don't think they'll block the 7th Street Bridge. They won't have to do that. They're having a hard time getting access to the river itself right now. But there'll be an investigation as to exactly what happened to this man.